Yes, yes. Hello, 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 hello. Jingle, jangle, jewelry, jewelry. This is where we at. Uh, Nipple tweaks, triple cheeseburger. Don't know that fat blood. I do love a cheeseburger, to be honest with you. Nipple tweaks says white rhinos are a rare breed. It's actually the black ones. White rhinos are a rare breed. It's actually the black ones. What do you mean, man? White rhinos are endangered. All rhinos are endangered because the Chinese people uh, they think that they can get a bigger Cory and better wood by getting some white rhino horn. Anyway, my boy Acoustic is in the house. Goes, yeah, yeah. What's up, brother? It's great to see you, man. My man's always here, man. My man's always here, and it's great to see you. We're talking about the fights last night. Yeah, another disappointing boxing bill, and it was pay per view, man. Chubby obviously didn't pay per view it, but like, oh man, uh, what did you have? You had Michaela Meyer, yeah, who's useless, flapping around against some other women. Then there was Dave Allen, Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark looked poor. Dave Allen was fat. He hardly threw a punch. And then there's like the main event, and Smith was pathetic, man. Pathetic, man. Oh, my man, John Williams, a good to see you, Tribute. Thank you, brother. It's great to see you too. I hope you're well. And hello to all me fans. Will Usyk retire before Father Time gives him his last L? That is interesting, man. And I almost think that every fighter has to take a loss before the legacy can be defined, right? So you got guys like Gayweather, right? And I'll be like, oh, he's unbeaten. Well, he wasn't. He lost to De La Homo. De La Homo beat him by at least 2 rounds. The other guy, Castillo, beat him by way more. So he should have 2 losses. And then you got like Kazagi. Kazagi didn't lose, but he came close a couple of times. He got floored by Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones. Habib hadn't had a loss, Habib hasn't had a loss. My boy John Lodge. John Lodge. I say this every time, man. You sound and this is like a Pono name, like John Holmes, like John Lodge. Like what was John Holmes's Pono name? It was something like John Lodge. Dave Allen, he ate McD every day in his training camp. Yeah, it was disgraceful. I thought he might have a chance because Fraser Clark is not that great, right? And I thought, you know what, Dave Allen's got heart if he goes for it, but I was disappointed. The fat pig did not do any training. Oh, Michael Maloney, my boy Michael Maloney. Shalom always sweating like a pig. He calls us a scream. If you know, you fucking know. But yeah, he's out of his depth, brother. He's out of his depth. Disco Dave, hello, brother. Pop, 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 bang. You're right, Chinaman of small Corys. I know this because I got a job off a Chinese bug. And she said I had a big Cory, and yet I was a small Cory. I went to Thailand, right? No, I mean, look, right. This is the old Triple B. The new Triple B is celibate, but the old Triple B was a player, and she took my Cory out and she went, "Oh, very big," and it is big. It was then 7.8 Cory status. Now, 5.5. I don't know what happened, man, but yeah, 5.5. Michael Malone, Robin Reed beat Kazagi, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so. Kazagi had no sparring. The problem with Kazagi is he actually underachieved. By that, I mean, like, he was a super boxer. He was a super boxer. And unfortunately, he was always training in the shack. He did no PEDs, right? And he didn't spar for the Robin Reed fight. So, nipple. Oh, hang on. Sorry, 1 minute. Nipple, you look like old John Marshall now. Fucking hell, man. I've been caught some horrible shit, man. John Williams. Shalom's on the heavy bag with Kale. He looked like he can't handle his Yale. He's a fraud. And the point is, how did he get such a big job at 28? after having almost no experience in boxing. There are no rhetorical questions on the Triple B. It was because he had friends in the Sky setup from his community, and they gave him the job. And there are loads of articles out there going how he's going to push diversity, and that's why they chose to push diversity, which meant mainly women's boxing. Michael Maloney, Zhang got his Corey designed in the lab. Well, it sounds a bit weird, right? But I'm fascinated. Does Zhang have a huge Corey? He's 6'6". He's 280 pounds. Surely there has to be a big Corey attached to that. We need to ask Tyson Fury because he's the Corey expert, to be honest with you. Alan didn't look ready at all. Has any fighter thrown away so many chances by not training properly? That's a good point, and it's a shame, man. And he kept on playing. He played the game. Well, this time I'm really coming back. I'm gonna do it properly. I don't know what's wrong with Dave Allen. Oh, this drink, laziness, but he's a game guy as well. But he's taking all these punches and these beans. It's a bit of a shame, man. It's a bit of a shame. Louis, yeah. Oh. Louis, I said the way to go. Good to see Color the Lizard Sauron back on the Colombian Munch, but he is fucking hilarious, man. That guy's munching his face, rubbing his face, touching it. If anybody knows anything about the yayo, he shows every sign, man. Do Shalom's friends rub their hands a lot? I mean, I don't think that's a big mystery. Should be looking like Ricky from Fan Titan with Jake Paul cracker. Yeah, this is the Ricky Hatton look. Ricky didn't have ginger hair, but he had strawberry blonde hair. But yeah, Ricky Hatton. He's sitting there rubbing his hands, going, "I can't wait for the next lockdown, so then I can help all my fans by doing organizing a sparring session." What a bum. Michael, simp in the pub last night claims Michaela is better than mailboxers. What? Automatically, these people know nothing about boxing, and all they're doing is following the commentary, where they always go, "Oh, she's a beautiful jab. Oh, what great boxing skills. Oh, she's better than the men." They told us that, right? When Nicola Adams was in the Olympics, they go, "Oh, she's better than some of the men and most of the men," and it's such bullshit, man. And people just repeat that. Like I said, with football, with this and that, they go, "Oh, they're better than the men." They just get programmed. They get fucking brainwashed, man. Acoustic. Did Liam have the flu? How did Liam lose? Funny. Well, he actually tells us why. Because he was 42 pounds overweight coming into camp. I mean, can you believe that? It's not like he didn't have any notice. 42 pounds he had to lose, and then he did twist his ankle. I'll give him that. He didn't throw a single punch. Fuck him, man. He's a disgrace because he robbed the punters the funds. Disco Dave, did you watch the Cringe Council boxing on Channel 5? Lyndon Arthur as a Mickey Mouse bout. Yeah, I did. I watched part of it, and then Sonia Edwards was jumping up afterwards, going, No. What's next for Lyndon? Well, the big guy is Beterbiev. I mean, he's he's got a world championship now, the IBO world champ. He's ready to fight the top guys. Yards below his level, Bentley's below his level, whatever. Blah blah blah. He's a pussy. Everyone knows that Lyndon Arthur's his boyfriend, but it's just pathetic, man. Chinese egg roll, Korean. Yeah, we've got everything here from Diddle-eyed Joel to Damned If I Know, man. Palmo. Boxing simps should be sent to North Korea labor camp. I don't even believe that stuff about North Korea being a real bad place. I think it's a lie, right? Why do they constantly attack North Korea? Because North Korea hasn't got, or at least it didn't used to have, a Rothschild bank, right? That's why they continually attacked countries like Syria, Cuba, North Korea. So yeah, I mean, I don't believe that. They're probably undegenerate country with a decent life. I mean, there's a few people who've allegedly escaped and they've written books. I read one of them, But yeah, they're probably bankrolled by the United States. The United States is the biggest villain of them all. That's what you got to learn. My mate Tommy Zhang done a lot of pros in Chinatown off the beach. Relentless. Ah. Big. I've got a liking for Big Gilet Zhang. Toxic boxing. If the men fought like mine did, the commentary would be shitting on the fight. Well, exactly. I mean, it was so pathetic. Slap, 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 slap. But they have to push, the agenda, and they have to pretend we're watching something good, even though we're sitting there going, "This is dog shit." I used to be on some boxing forum, and they said that I was a misogynist because I said I'm not going to watch female boxing because it's rubbish. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Sky boxing is a mess. Yeah, and I think at some stage, right, he's also brought in for a reason, Shalom. But at some stage, the bottom line will take effect, and they got to get rid of him. Palmer parade in the house. Arthur Visperturvi, Lyndon has more chance of surviving the Ukrainian influence. I don't even know what's happening in Ukraine. I can't trust the media about what they're saying. And we see, I think it's a half truth. The best lies are half truths, man. Yeah. My boy, Confirmable. Yeah, what's up, brother? Good to see you. North Korean ladies look quite nice if you like rice. Yeah, I ain't into rice drilling that much. I only did it once. No, twice. 2.5 times, sorry. But I bet they're honorable. They look after their house. They're not self-obsessed. They're not constantly posting on Reddit about what a bad life they have. Yeah, I bet they're okay, man. Oh, back in the game, 77. Dennis Rodman loves the place. Big up Kim Jong-un. Yeah, there's a documentary on Dennis Rodman because he was a basketball player. He's a degenerate, by the way. I don't like him, but he he went to North Korea as a guest of Kim Jong-un, and yeah, it's actually worth watching. Definitely worth watching, man. Palmer Parade, my boy. When Zhang busts, he's going, Chinese power. That is fucking gross, man. Disco Dave, son Edwards got teabagged by Pat Barrett in the Northern Hotel to celebrate the Lyndon Northwood. Well, there's definitely something weird going on because I don't think it might not be sexual, but it might be like Sonny is a coward and he's 8 stone and he's a pussy hole and he's thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get a big black guy, to be my best friend so that he can, protect me. So I think that's what it is, man. Thomas likes hello till trans boxer becomes a star at Sky and puts a female boxer in a box. Yeah, they've got to watch out. They've got to watch out because if you get a woman badly injured in boxing, it's going to make terrible headlines. But it's already started in MMA, and women have had beat downs, had skulls crushed. So I don't know, man. Within 5 years, maybe 2 years, I don't know. Toxic boxing, Special Olympics boxing equals women's boxing. I would, like I said, I'm an equal opportunities man. But if I was looking at quality, like say women's tennis, I'd be like, yeah, it's okay. They're not as good as the men, but it's okay. I'll put out what it is. It's good, but they're so bad. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Oh, my boy, Little Musgrave is in the house. I bet North Korean women make a better stew than most of the Western slang. I fucking bet they do. They make a good hot pot. They look after their man, I guarantee. They will make them a hot pot. They will look after the kids. Yeah, totally. And I'm not saying unfortunately, Western women, there's this push to slag off. You see, the Illuminati attack you from all different angles. So they will slag off white men They will slag off men. They will slag off, and they will slag off white women to say, "Oh, they're slags" and all this bullshit, because the agenda is to stop people getting together and reproducing. Right now, so they will slag off Western slags, but also they've done their part in making Western women act like utter slags, and they're right. They're disgrace, man. But you have to know the background and the bigger picture. You have to know the bigger picture, man. Michael Maloney, Kim's sister is supposed to be Kim Bong-un. I thought she'd been whacked, man. I don't know what's going on there, man. I don't know what's going on there. Mbakir, hearing rumors Peter's back on the yayo. Savannah lost hers and he used her. Wow. Now, I made a video about how the plan was that Huey and Savannah would have a child and it would become the next top heavyweight champion. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, brother. Tyson Fury is an all wilder white soil, the next MMA African talent. I mean, it's so pathetic. Right, so when was the last time Tyson Fury defended his championship? It was December, right? Last year. So now he's having a new fight in October against an MMA guy who looks rubbish. If you see him on the videos, he's so crude, he's slow. Yeah, he can punch. Of course he can punch. He's an enormous buck, a huge buck. But it's just pathetic, man. Nipple tweets. I heard Dennis Rodman slapped his Corey. I don't know about Dennis Rodman's Corey. Michael is Anna Woodhouse a chance. She's got no hips. Put it that way. Yeah. Palmer goes, Sonny doesn't need protecting from the bullies. Now his school has been closed because of dodgy concrete. Yeah, I mean, I've looked in the papers and it's always like, oh, we got to close these all these schools because the concrete is wrong. It's fucking nonsense. They're just getting used to people being locked down and being closed down, and before they know it, we'll be living in their 15-minute cities, right? You school Dave Carl trapped and Franklin across. No, come on, man. I'm not believing that. You're being fooled. You're joking with me, man. Little Musk. I don't mind watching women's MMA, but I've got no time for women's boxing, even if some of them are as good as them. I love Little Musgrave. He always puts in some jokes. Yes, brother. Great to see you. God bless you. Actually, women's MMA is not as bad as women's boxing, because women have got some. They can have some technique and they can use their legs, to mess you up. But I mean, it's still. You remember when there was a fucking the Ring magazine? The Ring magazine, the American magazine, the boxing magazine, which has been around for years, and it said, "Can Ronda Rousey save boxing?" I mean, fucking hell. This is a girl whose only trick was the armbar, and they were pretending that she would save boxing. It's insane. Wizzy TV. Fraser Clark isn't going anywhere for me. Well, not just for you, brother. For me, most of me fans. Johnny Fisher, I would expect to beat him. Yeah, likely. Johnny Fisher's game, and he's got more work rate. So many overrated prospects in the UK. Azim and McCann, latest to prove Euro level at best. The problem is, it seems to be easier to fool British boxing fans than anyone else, man. It's like what they pushed on us. They'll push Hamza Shiraz and Azim. They'll get chinned. Johnny Fisher has at least got guts, strength, and power. He's not that skillful. Fraser Clark, I don't mind them pushing Fraser Clark. Right? You got a bronze medal, which is fine, by the way. But you got a bronze medal, yeah, and he's 33. Great number. But I don't know why they're pushing him, man. Yeah, she'll be out there looking like Austin Powers. This is going to be my Ricky Hatton face. My boy, Double R age 25. Yes, Chubby, we've been watching Ricky and yeah, I've heard about this. And he's all crying and me mental health, me mental health. Listen, I understand, actually getting away from the push about how we're all mentally ill, which is what they've been pushing. Of course, we can get depressed. We can have mind problems, right? But this people like Ricky Ann, right? Amy, mental health. Why do you have such bad? I was going to commit suicide. Why? Because you did a shitload of cocaine and drink. You fucking idiot. Fucking piece of shit. Don't, because that belittles real people who have real problems. Imagine having 30 million in the bank and spending all the time sniffing cocaine and drinking in the pub. You got knocked out in the pub as well by a bodybuilder, and then going, oh, I mean mental health. Well, I wonder why. Yes, she'll be. Yes, Weps 89. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you. Patrice goes, Anna Wilhurst's voice can, man, she looks drawn. She doesn't look well, right? Disco Dave says, not joking, Frampton is a cross-dresser. Pictures online. I haven't seen it. I'll have a look. I mean, I'm pretty shocked, man. Palmo, is Eubanks much improved now? He's not Coffin Roger. Or is Smith fucked from the belt? Well, it's a bit of both. Yeah, he definitely boxed quite well, but he's boxing against a punch bag. Like, it's just like that. He hardly threw a punch, right? And my ankle. Well, that's fair enough, actually. But I have to lose 42 pounds. Well, that's your fucking fault, you fucking prick. You're going for a pay-per-view fight, and you're taking all these scousers that don't have very much money, that have to steal hubcaps and cars, to make the bag, and you're making them pay to come and see the fight when you had to lose, right? What's his name? 42 pounds. It's disgraceful, frankly. You should be ashamed. I wouldn't have admitted to that. Johnny Fisher has more Chinese power than Zhang. Well, senior, for sure. Has Daniel Dubum got his tail between his legs? Is Big Dom still seeming for a payday? Who's Big Dom, brother? Dominic Ingle? Daniel Dubois has been exposed, so Anthony Joshua, shall I tell you a big lie? I like Pooper. Well, that's definitely a lie. Everyone knows you like dick, and you're at the bottom. You're wrong, and you're a sick guy. And Michael Maloney, Smith didn't look good at all. 42 pounds must have been abused. How can you have to lose 42? And the date was made early. It's not like it was a surprise date, and you had to lose 42 fucking pounds. I think they told him, Liam, we will give you another great payday, but we want you to lose to Eubank. He's like, no. Look, just fucking don't train properly. Just put on loads of weight and lose weight, and then get. I mean, he hardly threw a punch, man. It was pathetic, man. Hang on. Brady Fred, beautiful George Groves. George Groves, like he was going bald, and he had he went to, I don't know, Turkey or somewhere, and had implants, and yeah, he looks good. He's got a kind of quite ginger purple bouffant. Yeah, I mean, if you lose your hair, you could get a good transplant these days, for real. Don Charles. Oh, sorry, man. I can't believe I was that stupid. Of course, Don Charles. He's another charlatan, man. Watch my video. Scousers, unemployed bin dippers, and Smith scammed them. It's like mugging a homeless person. Cider can biscuit. I mean, wasn't Liverpool a few years ago? Wasn't it voted the city of culture of Britain or the UK? I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, Liam Smith scammed them because he admitted. Oh, I had to lose 42 pounds. So what does that mean? It means he spent the entire fucking camp losing weight and not training properly. Fuck him. It's Pound King. The Scouts Prick lost me money last night, letting that degenerate Eubank win. Do you know what? I made a I made a video saying that I thought Liam would win on points, right? But it's one of them fights where as soon as I saw them weigh in, and I saw how healthy Eubank looked, and I saw them come in the ring, I felt that Smith would lose. I thought he'd lose on points, to be honest, but yeah, fuck him, man. Michael Maloney, I'm sick of Chisora too. But he needs to retire for his own fucking good. He's made millions of pounds out of boxing, right? And from being basically a gatekeeper, a journeyman, and you know, he wants to stay relevant. I understand that. It's very hard when you've been in the spotlight and then you've got to retire at 40. But for fuck's sake, are you nuts to risk your health, man? Okay, this is interesting. James Foster's given me something interesting. Don Charles's new name is Charles Onyeka. Oh, it's Charles Ennie. Well, he must change his name a lot, man. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Mr. Charles, Triple B, when's the next Emperor collab? I tried to get him on the last live, but obviously I didn't give much notice, so that's my fault. Hopefully, he's going back to Eritrea. He's training for Nikki Smedley. Right? Nikki Smedley's actually a fan of mine because I had a couple of comments laughing because I did a video about how Son Edward's missus got smashed by Nikki Smedley, and apparently he has Corey status. So, Anthony, yes, Eubank won. Sam Solar said there was no homophile this time. That's why he won. The homophile ruined him late last time. Say that, you white racist. Thank you, bro. I agree with you. Michael Maloney, Chisora the new Danny Williams. Actually, it's very sad because Danny Williams is known in boxing to be a likable guy, a quiet guy. You know, he's a gentle guy. He can also fight. He's been in some of the best fights, like the Tyson fight, the Mark Potter fight. R.I.P. Mark Potter. Unfortunately, he's passed away, I think, from cancer. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Chisora shouldn't go down that road, and he's got no excuse because he's made way more money than Danny Williams. I hope both of them can get a new life and understand that boxing is not the way forward. Anthony Loswa, why is Eddie the car salesman? You mean Eddie Hearns pushing for Eubank and Ben to come back? Money, man. Come on, man. Boxing is all about the money. I don't know whether Eubanks would do the weight drop. I don't know if he will do the weight drop, to be honest with you. But we'll see what happens. Believe me, when money's involved, morals mean nothing. Del Baker, I missed the food reviews, Philip. Have you had a Burger King, Doritos, chicken fries? Do they have such a thing, man? I mean, I have to leave the basement, number one. You know, I left the basement the other month. You know, I went to Chinatown. I went to Boys Town. I went to the club. But so thank you, bro. I'll bring that up, I guess. Has Chisora ever thrown a straight punch? Yeah, he comes in hooking. And the thing is, he doesn't hit hard enough to make that level, to make that style successful at the top level. James Foster, Eubanks should be fighting Golovkin. Instead, he will get at least one bout with Conor Bum, maybe a rematch with Smith, and a heavyweight bout with BJ. I like Billy Joe Saunders, actually, because he's one of the few base guys, right? And you can tell why he's base because he gets attacked in the mainstream media. You know, he did that. I used to have this video on my old channel when he's hitting a heavy bag, and he says, "This is how you got to look after your woman when she's out of line." He's one of the few base guys, actually, I think. Eubanks, Conor Bum. Yeah, probably. I don't know what's going to happen with the weight. A rematch with Smith, nah, it can't happen. He got so dominated. Yeah, I can't believe he'll do that. I don't know what's happening. Billy Joe Saunders. He's like I think he makes money outside of boxing as well. He made $7 million against Canelo, and he also makes money outside of boxing. So I don't think he's that bothered, bro. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What shall I have? Cigarette or I'm gonna have cigarette. Yeah. So Michael Maloney, Dave Allen quit. Well, I mean, suppose he had a perforated eardrum, although I don't really see much evidence of that. Right? It's very easy to just go, oh, I had a fractured eye socket. I had a perforated eardrum. I had a fractured jaw, and it's an excuse. Everyone goes, "All right, that's fine. That's why you quit." I don't really believe half these excuses. Dubam allegedly had um, problem with his eye, a fractured eye socket, and he went to the Moorfield Hospital. Everyone says the Moorfield Hospital because it's the most well-known one, and that's the actual one that Bruno went with. But the reality is, all these articles showed no evidence of it. So, fuck it, man. Dave Allen quit. It's a shame, man. The problem was I thought Dave Allen had a chance, and then when he got in the weigh-in, I looked at his fat body, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Huh? It's a shame. And Dave Allen will spend the rest of his life going, I could have done something. I could have been British champion. I could have beaten this. I could have beaten that. And he'd be sitting in a pub with a fucking pint, ruminating about what he could have done. But it's too late, man. Tough shit, man. Disco Day, Bob Matvey's Terence Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford's wife. Who you got both around the same way? Oh, fuck me. Fucking Bomac is huge, right? I can't remember what fight it was, but he couldn't even get into the ring through the ropes. He had to talk to his fighter outside the ring because he was too fat to get in. He's a disgrace. And they go, oh, he changed Terence Crawford. Do you think Bomac made a difference to Terence Crawford's fight plan? No, of course not, man. Basically, if you're an experienced pro, like Tyson Fury, Terence Crawford, whatever, all you need is a guy to inspire you, to get you fit. You know, it's just bullshit, man. I make you confident. It's just crap. The idea that Bomac, that fat pig, has done anything for those fighters is a joke. Is a joke. As for the wives, yeah, I think Crawford's wife would win. Mr. Charles in the house. Mr. Charles, what's up, bro? Name one fight you'd love to see at the moment. Well, I mean, I don't want to be cringe. I don't want to be predictable, but Tyson Fury vs. Usyk, right? Or Deontay Wilder vs. Gay J. I mean, the king, the heavyweights, getting it on, man. And we're not going to get that, man. We're not going to get that because politics. Eddie Rosas, Fraser Clark's no good at all. No, he's fucking whack. I don't understand why he's been pushed so much, right? He's won a bronze medal, which is cool. But he was already in his 30s. He's 33 now, right? He twerks. Have you seen that twerking video? I used to have it on my old channel. There's plenty of other up-and-coming British boxers, actually, Fabio Wardley, for example, that have more chance of doing well. Palmer goes, it doesn't matter if Alan quit, he was doing nothing. No, he was doing absolutely nothing. It was pathetic. I mean, at least try, man. At least try, instead of just taking a beating and getting your brain scrambled. And, you know, it's your last chance. And he was going, Dave Allen, oh, yeah, it's my last chance. I'm really up for this. And I saw him weigh in. I see this fat pig. Woodley would iron him out. Fraser, yeah, I believe so. I think Woodley's probably the best of them, to be honest with you. Michael Maloney, Fury's Zhang in China, I reckon. Hopefully John Fury disappears. Well, everyone wants John Fury to disappear. He's a fool. He's a YouTube boxing trainer. Fury Zhang in China would be awesome. Obviously, there's a rematch between Joe Joyce and Zhang. Um, I'm not sure how that will go. I'm not sure how that will go. People will go, oh, the rematch usually is like the first match. Well, it isn't. It isn't at all. Look at Liam Smith, Eubank Jr. What will happen between Zhang and Joyce? I mean, Zhang is old, so is Joyce. Surely Joyce can't do worse than he did last time, right? Surely not. And my boy Disco Dave was asking about Zhang vs Joyce too. Who you got this time around? Okay, the bookies have it more or less even, slightly in front of Zhang. I'm just thinking, as I said just now, surely Joe Joyce, who I've always had some faith in, and I won money on him against Dubum and stuff, he can't be that bad again. And I did think, even though he was battered and his eye was shutting, right, the Zhang was starting to slow down. At this point, I'm thinking maybe Joyce. Either stopping late because Zhang's exhausted or on points. It's the main thing I'm worried about is Zhang's stamina and his age, man. So Anthony Losua goes Joyce. Okay, who else? What do you guys think, man? Pound King, Fraser Clark is shit. Johnny's fat dad can butt break him. It's not. He certainly beat him in the eating contest. Yeah, Fraser Clark's just. I don't know why they pushed him so much. I think it's because Shalom Sky don't have that many fighters, man. Because there's way more heavyweights that could be the British scene. They could be pushed. They could be pushed as prospects than a 33-year-old fat guy who looks like Melky from the England video. John Fury is repressed homosexual. Do you know, I've heard that, man. But I don't know. I haven't got enough proof. I'd like him to come on the fucking live. I want Sonny Edwards. I want Max James. I want Spencer Fearon. All these cowards, right? They come on once, they get fucking rinsed, and they don't come on again. Joyce inside the distance. Again, it's completely reasonable to think that's a possibility. It's not a betting fight like the Eubank Smith too. I said in my preview, it's not a betting fight. It's not a betting fight. Same thing with this. It's not a betting fight. The first fight, I said there's a chance for Zhang, and it's 25-1. I said 25-1 in the first 6 rounds, and about 12-1 stoppage. I said there's a chance. I wasn't confident, but the Zhang is very big, and he's quite fast, and he can hit. Allegedly, he gasses a bit. I don't even. He's almost 40, man. He looks like the CEO of a tech company. But I like Gilles. He's quite funny, man. If you look at his Insta and stuff, he's funny, man. Five-time drug cheat, Dillian White is a spin. Yeah, it is weird. On the other hand, obviously, Dillian White cheated. On the other hand, I thought, why did they go for him? Because I believe Larry Olabamiwo said that 80% of top fighters or any fighters are juicers. So, and I believe that. So, why did they go for him? I don't know why they went for him, man. Eric Rosas says Zhang is a test tube baby from China, a freak athlete. Yeah, like Yao Ming. You know Yao Ming, right? Yao Ming's like a basketball player, a good basketball player. Oh, he was. He's 7'6", right? And and was a huge hero for China. Was Zhang part of that same? I mean, right? You remember? I can't remember the Olympics, but all these Chinese women turned up like like that, muscular, more muscular than the men, and they won all the events and the rowing events, and then people are like, "This isn't right." I don't know. I like Chinese food. I've been to a lot of Chinese restaurants, but I've never seen anyone as big as Zhile Zhang. That's for damn sure as mustard. What happened to Henry Uckham one day? He disappeared off the face of the earth. He had a decent career, but I don't know what's happened to him now, but he's not really a charismatic or well-known guy, so they won't bring him back. He's probably been what's it called, a security guy somewhere. I met Big Bad James Oyebola doing the security of a club back in the day, and he was a lovely guy. Unfortunately, he was killed. R.I.P. man. But yeah, I don't know what Henry's doing. Michael says Henry's on the bins in Wandsworth. Well, fair enough, man. Good. Keep working's not a problem, man. Disco Dave. R.I.P. Adam Smith. Imagine if his commentary lost like Smith would be sitting there with a boner. We still don't know what's happened to Adam Smith. I've done many videos about this. Yeah. And some people go, "Oh, he's got cancer." I was like, well, really? Why are people not speaking about it more? Adam Smith, right, was a big name in skyboxing, in boxing full stop. And he had his Insta, he had his Twitter. Do you not think he'd be speaking about it? Of course he would. As I said, for some reason, they'll blame the betting, they'll blame this. They wanted to get rid of him and get some new people in, and they found the reason to do it, man. That's all it is, man. But it's a fucking mystery, man. Palmo. I think Joyce Zhang tool depends on whether Joyce's eye closes up again. He's going to come in heavier and even less mobile. He's going to get hit until the doc stops it, or Zhang tires and Joe takes over. That's a pretty good assessment. And I'm leaning towards Zhang tires and Joe takes over, right? And the thing about his eye is, well, his eye bust up because he was getting punched all the time in the eye. I'm leaning towards Joyce, but again, it's not a betting fight. It's not a betting fight at all. At all. I would say just enjoy the fight. At least it's a good fight. They shouldn't even have had a rematch, right? They should have just Joyce should have rebuilt, and Zhang should have gone for Fury or Usyk. The Black Caller. Yes, Triple B. What's up, brother? What's up, the Black Caller? I hope you're well, brother. What's going on in your world, bro? Anthony Losso goes, yes, the Black Caller, my brother. Yes, the Black Caller for sure. Little Musgrave. He's one of my favorite fans. Now, I've got so many beautiful fans, but he's funny, Little Musgrave. Do you think you could outlast Big John Fisher in an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet? No way. No way. He'd destroy me. The speed of his eating, the volume of his eating, he just, oh, come on, man. I've seen his videos and he's ordering like buffets just for himself. No, I got no chance, man. I got no chance against Big John Fish. Michael Maloney. I like James Oyebola. He was a cool guy. He used to train at All Stars. Harold. Yeah, that's right. He was a very likable guy, man. He's a very big guy. I'd say he underachieved a bit. Because a guy of that size could have gone further, but he had some good wins. And he was, as I said, when I met him, he was chuffed to talk about boxing, and I recognized him, and he was very likable. Unfortunately, he got assassinated. And R.I.P. him, and I really mean that, man. Pound for pound king. Zhang has no gas tank and zero head movement, but he hits like a truck. He's very dangerous in the early rounds, with power, with speed. The consensus is that he gasses a bit. I don't know if that's just because he had problems with Jerry Forrest, but he had kidney problems and all that. I don't know if that's reliable, but I thought that he was starting to slow down these Joyce. even when he won by stoppage, man. Aaron Smith needs to come back and Ben Shalom, Smart Valley, when asked about him, wonder what reasons. Because Shalom's been brought in to replace Adam Smith. I ain't got no love for either of those pussy holes. But there was an interview. I had it on my channel. I had to take it down. But there's an interview, and Shalom is like, you can't look at the camera. He knows he's stitched him up. But fuck him anyway. But the whole fucking Shalom thing, no, Adam Smith thing, is one of the biggest mysteries in boxing. It really is. Adam Smith probably had a scandal and Sky pushed him out, so he gets swapped. Yes and no. It's possible, but also on the other hand, like, you don't want to get a corporate company, and they want to get rid of people. Right? They'll look on their hard drives. They will look on their search history. They will look at their, experience of what they've done, and they will find a reason to get rid of them. And they will give given a payment to shut the fuck up. Yeah, they won't be sacked per se. They'll be saying, look, we'll offer you X, Y, and Z if you go away and you sign this NDA and you shut up. And they'll go, we've got your history on the internet. We've seen you be looking at pornography, which is illegal according to our terms and conditions. So that's what I think's happened. I mean, who knows what kind of hideousness Alan Smith has looked at on the internet. Boxing Classics, my man. Boxing Classics HQ. Yeah, true. I won £50 on the Eubank KO. Well done, brother. All Eubank's saying Eubank was battered in the first fight. He was dominating them clowns. It was early in the fight. He was looking okay, but I think the main reason is the weight loss. The weight loss just drained him. And then you find out that Liam Smith, right, in the rematch, had lost 42 pounds, and also he did hurt his ankle. I'll give him that, but. Yeah, I mean, it was pathetic, really. The black collar. Is that Conor McGregor or Adam Smith? What a few months since Ricky Hatton, man. Huh? James Foster, Fisher, Big John Fisher must be 30. I like the Fisher family, right? Because they're characters and they're bringing people to boxing and selling tickets, so I'm not a hater at all. But Big John Fisher is a fat disgrace, and like, it's a bit Bosch TV, Bosch. I'm going to order some Chinese. There's videos about ordering Chinese. I'm like, man, you don't need to order no Chinese. You get on the lettuce, blood. Yeah. Oh, Nordic Warrior, shout Chubby and chat, God bless. Yeah, remember the Nordic Warrior. Remember to subscribe to Nordic Warrior, my mans. We linked up in was it Manchester? Yeah, and he's a good guy. So make sure you subscribe to Nordic Warrior, the man. Dave Allen should probably consider retirement. No, man, definitely consider retirement. Like, listen, why risk your fucking health, your brain, and all that shit, right? When you're not going to make an effort. What do you want to be, a fucking journeyman who gets beaten up for 10 grand week in, week out? He definitely needs to go. He's shown he can't be bothered. LD Phoenix, yes, brother. Eubank smashed out Smith, batty business. he did smash him up, to be honest with you. But, people always go, oh, don't make excuses. But there was definitely something wrong with his leg, and he definitely lost 42 pounds. And Eubank, without having the weight drain, it's not a surprise, man. If you knew this prior to the fight, right, you would bet differently. Michael Maloney. I met Gary Mason, Greyhound Pub, Women Triangle, cool guy. R.I.P. Yeah, Gary Mason also passed away. I think it was a car accident. Gary Mason, the solid fighter. He lost his unbeaten record to Lennox Lewis, but then he had to retire, right? Because he had an eye problem, a retina problem. But yeah, it's a shame, man. He's big man, big man. Not at where Smith has brought in and paid to be a punching bag feedback. Well, I'm starting to believe that's correct. I'm starting to believe that's correct. Yeah. Mr. Charles. What's the Adam phrase catchphrase? And there's the respect. He comes in to a cacophony of noise. Come on, man. There's more than one Adam Smith. That's a run from Portuguese police. Yeah, because of the Man in McCann shit we're having in Portugal. Yeah, I mean, it's very odd, to be honest with you. It's very odd. Michael Maloney, and I agree with this. I wish they'd bring back Jim Watt, McCrory, and Dark. Yeah, these guys were people. In the old days, you didn't have to pull the company line. It'd be okay to say, "Well, I don't think this guy's going very far," and people would respect the fact that their views were honest and original. Right? Jim Watt, he's quit at edge. He's quit at edge. That's what you call beating the life out of a man. McCrory, I really liked. Yeah, it's a shame, man. But it's got to a point where if you don't pull the company line, you get fucking bin bagged. Leather Rebel. Adam Smith has been accused of locking kids in his base. That's been the charge. So it's good with Charlie. Oh, thanks for that. At least we know. Palm Parade, John Fisher, that's Big John Foot's killed himself. Health is more important Chinese, yeah. I mean, listen, man, I need some unhealthy shit, such as getting my drink on. But that level of self-abuse, and he's got kids. Yeah. And one of the kids is do well, and it's no good, man. I'm not being funny, right? I'm actually being serious. You want to see the rise of your children. You want to be proud, and then you're risking yourself like this by eating Chinese. James Wilson and Son called me, "Hey, bro, what's up? I reckon you better on juice. He looks in way better shape." That's all I could say. All right, Jason Morgan, why are you hiding your Pakistani heritage? I'm not. I'm from Mozambique, you fucking prick. I think this is a what's it called? Spencer Fearon. A Spencer Fearon account. Wait, he said something else earlier. Let's have a look. Ali Kebab Man, Jason Morgan, aka Spencer Fearon. He can't keep away. Even though he's been rinsed, he's been exposed, he's a grass. That pussy hole can't keep away. Michael Malone goes, "What happened to Gilbert Eastman?" I thought he had some kind of injury, man. But it's funny how they seem to forget people, don't they? Who've had injuries in boxing, unless it's really a big story, Paul Lingle was a big story, but why don't we hear about him? Why don't we hear about him? Yeah, that's a good point, man. A boxing class. You'll be following Dylan Dallas coverage. Do you think Logan is feeding him the images for Fight Hub? Very interesting point. Logan mentioned he misses getting some money for compensation for the treatment. That's a good point. Is it all part of people, is everything a stage? Is it theatre? Because if you don't know, right, Dildo Dennis, I actually quite like him. He's a good troll if it's real, has been putting images of Logan Paul's fiance with loads of men, basically implying she a hoe. I don't know. And it wouldn't surprise me that they were linking up together to make the fight bigger. And it has, to be honest. It has. It's a bit humiliating, though, but whatever. Back in the game. Skybox is not the same anymore. Bring back Adam Smith and Ted Cheeseman. Ted Cheeseman was a warrior. I'll give him that, man. Ted Cheeseman was a warrior, man. To be honest with you. Jason Morgan. Anthony, do you sound like a groupie? This is Spencer Ferrens alias. Another. Bro, you want to hear that Batty talk? Yeah, of course you do, Spencer. You're wrong. We smoking on Bird. Fu Wong with. I don't get that, man. That's too much, maybe. Maybe it's Ute talk. Triple B. I love haters, man. Triple B is a Batty bum boy. No, Spencer, you fucking wrong. How's your mother, bro? Oh, yeah, Disco Dave. This was Adam Smith's best, most memorable line. He goes, and the bomber tattoo is a reference to his potent punching power and in no way insensitive to the Ariana Grande concert. Manchester will never forget. I think that was the best bit for me. Manchester will never forget. Everyone's sitting there going, what the fuck did he just say, man? Is Spencer no frontal failure? Yeah, he's got no fucking brain. He's a fucking moron. Scarborough Town on Paul Limble. Okay, he's about 20 stone. Fake friends. I heard that he had some kind of disorder where his belly doesn't know if it's full and he carries on eating all the time. It's a shame, man. Paul Limble was a warrior. The Scarborough, what's it called? Scarborough Hunter, the Yorkshire Hunter. He used to, do country stuff like trap birds. It's a real shame. Why is he being forgotten? What they forget this? They will roll out Michael Watson, and God bless him, by the way, Michael Watson. God bless Michael Watson. They will roll him out and a couple of other people, but they ignore all these other casualties. So Spencer Ferrin goes, so you're black then tribute battle. 15%, you fucking idiot. Spencer, you charlatan megalomaniac. I think he's a megalomaniac. He's too pathetic to be a megalomaniac. He's got no power, man. No power. He's just a fucking bum, a loser. Should be how embarrassing is the heavyweight division gave when Chisora gave Usyk his hardest fight. He did, but you know, Usyk, that was his second fight at heavyweight, so I don't think Usyk can hang with Tyson Fury, but I wasn't sure he could hang with Joshua. His skills are great. I think the signs slow down. He did not look that good against Dubum. And he's, what is he, 36? Come on, man. Spencer's still mad at Dubum getting broken, but yeah, he was crying all over the YouTube videos. Oh, he should have been disqualified. If you look at my video and if you know the boxing rules, it was clearly a low blow. I mean, it's just bullshit. Dubum is a bum, and that's all there is to it, man. Michael Maloney goes, I can't remember Spencer Ferrin ever winning, to be honest. Let me think. He got knocked out in the amateurs by Wayne Alexander, spectacularly in 30 seconds after boasting about how he was going to win. He got knocked out by, who's that guy, the Manchester guy? Nigel Travis, the trainer. He knocked him out in a round. In the pros, Dave Walker, who's, if you look at them, you can see he's like 3 weight divisions below, knocked him out. He's a fucking bum. He's a total bum. Who cares about him, man? He can come on this channel. I don't give a fuck. Steroids didn't help that Viking dude that fought Joshua. Yeah, well, yes and no. I mean, you don't really know. He might have done better having taken those PEDs. I mean, it doesn't mean you're going to win a contest just you've taken PEDs, but it gives you an advantage. an advantage. So plus Joshua's like steaming on the PEDs, man. We spoken, bud. We spoken, bud. In the bomber to reference the old shopping center. I mean, that was. I mean, I actually respect Aaron Smith for having the fucking balls, to say that, right? Before a live fight. The bomber tattoo is no way insensitive to the tragedy that took part in the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. Will never forget. I mean, he's prepared that as well, right? He's prepared that. Oh, here comes Spencer. Spencer Morgan. Why are you hiding? Do you have any Ali kebab in your veins? Are you being a racialist, fam? Fuck off, Spencer. You're a mug. Spencer, go get your face on your wife's knees and pump him and start crying like you did when the England oil driller missed the penalty. Spencer Ferry is supremely racist. By the way, I don't care. I think everyone should have the right to say what they think. Yeah, they should say they can be prejudiced. They should have the right to say the thing. The problem is like Spencer Ferry, you call everyone racist by being the most racist himself. And I don't care, man. Spencer, you're a mug. You're a pussy hole. You can't fight. You got no chin. You failed in everything you did. And fucking... You have nothing to offer the master knowledge. How can any idiot give themselves, right, a nickname? Especially a nickname that bigs them up. Oh, I'm master knowledge. Spencer, go lick your wife, use pump. With another man's effort. Emperor Michael, funnily enough, right? He's from Eritrea, and apparently Spencer Fearon came up to him and started going, "Oh, you talking to my wife? You chatting to my wife?" But Emperor Michael was talking to her because she's from Eritrea, and there's this real good video. Emperor Michael Slater goes, "She's ugly. Why would I talk to your wife?" I just want Maximum Jenkins and what's that other pussy hole called? Sonny Edwards to come on. At least kebab tastes good. That's one more success than anyone ever had. Talking about Spencer. Yeah, I fucking love a kebab, man. I like shish because shish, the meat it's not off the elephant's leg. They get the meat and they grill it, and then it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I love a shish kebab. If you're gonna get a kebab, get a shish, right? I'm serious, man. It will change your life. I had a man's, and he's like, one quarter Pakistani, and he goes, "Oh, let's get a kebab." Right, cool, let's do this thing. And we gone to the kebab house, and he's like, "Oh, let's get 2 Donalds." I go, no, get 2 shish, lamb shish, especially lamb shish. And he was in there going, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever tasted." Disco Dave. Spencer, go and eat one. As I come out with the extra mail from the alley table. Yeah, come on. I'll give you a special deal, Spencer. What you know about that, you pussy hole? I don't understand how this guy can come back again and again and again and get fucking rinsed. He's like a sucker of a punishment. But then, you know how I told you about how Spencer has a underdeveloped prefrontal lobe, right? The prefrontal lobe is the front part of the brain, and it makes us human above animals. So it supersedes the animal thoughts, which is like fight, fuck, eat, right? Fight, fuck, feed, let's say, right? But Spencer has got, if you look at his forehead, it's way back like that. He's got an undeveloped prefrontal lobe, and he can't process information. He would just get upset. Instead of thinking, "Gee, mate, should I come in and embarrass myself?" Or he's like, or just leave it. He can't leave it because he's an idiot, man. Anthony, a loss. Michael, no, you. How did you, Michael? How you know this? Did he pay? I don't know what you're talking about, blood, but it might not be anything to do with this. Shane Bognos only pays. Shane Bognos has been very generous with the channel, and is a very amusing guy. He's got a friend called. What's your friend called, brother? I haven't seen him for a bit, but yeah, man, good to see you, brother. Marco Maloney. I think Tunde is dumber than Spence. He does that stupid shadow spy. Yeah, he wants to be like Mayweather Senior, and all that stuff is bullshit anyway. Mayweather's good because Mayweather's good. It's not because his dad got him in the business since he could walk. Right now, you see like successful tennis players and stuff like that, right? Okay, what you find out about their life, and you find out that dad started putting them in tennis tournaments when they're like 3. Boxing is rarely like that, but Mayweather Senior did, and that's why he did so well. It's got nothing to do with his, skills. Shane Bogus, Sly Teen, he's on holiday in Turkey. Yeah, Sly Teen, my boy, Sly Teen. How's this holiday, bro? And how are you going, brother? How's work going? Boxing Classic HQ. Will Maya vs Jonas be pay-per-view? So this is Michaela Maya vs Natasha Jonas. Now Natasha Jonas is just a fat, dumpling that should be milked. Michaela Maya looks like Harry Greb. It's will it be pay-per-view? Surely they can't try and push that. It might be a prelim, right? But surely they can't try and push a pay-per-view for that. It's pathetic, man. It's terrible, man. Shane Bogus is Chubby's version of Hex Toys. Yeah, but Shane, now I've been demonetized. Shane can't give me no love. He used to give me 333, 666. Yeah, I got much love for my boy, Shane Bongos. Anthony, Emperor Mike can pay for Pum Pum, but to be fair, if you pay for Pum Pum, when you take a girl on a date, it's not going well. I mean, it's an old age problem, right? If you take a girl out, you pay for dinner, yeah, you show her some love, you buy jewelry, and she gives you some Pum Pum. Is it any different from going to a hooker? I mean, it's been going on for years, brother. It's been going on for years. Disco Dave, son here his mum wax off local takeaway staff to get free chicken nuggets and family-sized kebab meat and got better. Well, I'd say she's done pretty well for herself, man. I'd say she's done pretty well for herself, man. Michael, the women in Turkey look like the men, very hairy forearms. Yeah. The upper class Turks are actually very good looking. They're like Italians, Ever think about doing it live during the fights? What's on? Yeah, I've done a couple. I should do more. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, man. I should definitely do more. Yeah, peanuts. Won't watch women boxing for free. Let it be for you. Big up, Chubby. Thank you, brother. Great to see you again. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad. And they're talking about another Sky Sports women only boxing event, and it will just lose money. I mean, it's a lot. Anyone with business instincts knows it's fucking bad business, man. How bad is Fraser Clark? Looks like fights a trigger. He's awful. He won a gold, bronze medal, which is great, but that's a super heavyweight where it's not exactly a lot of competition. He looked awful. He's 33. Fuck him. Oh, they need to push him into big fights soon. I generally don't like women's fighting. Ain't good. Well, it's awful. But also, see, I remember back in the day, right, on a Mike Tyson bill, yeah, there was some woman who's called. She's now a lesbian. What's her name? the coal miner's daughter. What was her name? And she knocked out, literally, and there's writings on this, a crackhead prostitute, right, in a round. And I remember looking at it going, this is so ugly, man. Why would I want to watch this? Anyone who thinks they want to watch women getting beaten is sick. I've been called a misogynist because I said I don't want to see that. It's fucking nuts. Michael Malone, Mia St. John. No, not Mia St. John. It's someone else, man. You see Tyson Fury training in Ghana. Always loved Tyson's head moving. We don't see that style nowadays. It's true, but it's a style that's only really works for short guys, right? And Tyson was very fast and explosive. Unless you've got that kind of style, you're not going to make it. Trying to get in Ghana to fight that way is the wrong thing. Yeah, this is the wrong thing. It's just for likes, man. Pound for pound goes, Turkish women strange looking, Persian women blow them out of the water, Iranian women and so on. Yeah, I hear that. I've never been to Iran. I hear if you like darker women, with a bit of a darker hair and a darker tan, yeah. For me, the best looking women are Swedish, although they're stupid as shit. So I don't think I'd marry one. I don't know. And can they make a good stew? I bet they can't, man. Mayavi's Jonas going to headline this all bitch card. Max Jenkins beyond the brew. Yeah, I had to private my last live because Max Jenkins came on. He got fucking rinsed. I'm deciding I'm gonna put it up, but he was also saying I'm gonna get your channels closed down. All this shit. He's a pussy hole. I don't. It's fucking funny though. He gets rinsed, man. Michael Malone, Kathy Bitch Brand, no. She's an American girl, and this is way before these fights were women's fights were known. The coal miner's daughter, it's a coal miner's daughter, man. Michael goes, there's some nice girls in Israel. Yes, there are. There are actually. Some very pretty Israeli girls, but you'll never be part of the culture. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. I don't think it's quite a closed culture. Michael Gezgate, she shot her husband. What? The coal miner's daughter. I think there was problems with her husband. I don't know if she shot him, but yeah. Come on. Oh, man, I gotta look it up, man. I need to know. I need to know this woman. Michael, you usually have such good knowledge on boxing. Here we go. What's a slag called? Christy Martin. I'm sorry, did he say that before? Christy Martin, the coal miner's daughter. I thought you said fuck me. I thought you said someone else, man. If you said Christy Martin, you're absolutely right. Hang on, let me have a look, man. I thought you were talking about the bitch. The bitch, what's her name? The English girl, man, the bitch. And it wasn't her, man. The bitch Brown. No, Chrissy Martin, the coal miner's daughter. Yeah. Disco Dave, the Turkish are a descent of the Mongols, big foreheads and big nose features. The Mongols are, it's quite weird because they were such a dominant people, right? And invaded half of Europe, all of Asia, and they dominated. And I think even the modern Finns, right, are linked to the Mongols. And you look at some Mongols, right? Apparently, right. Let me tell you this. So I looked at a chart which said who's got the most testosterone in the world. I thought this is interesting. Mongols, number one. Mongols, number one. They all these big men. They are mountain people. They are tribes people. Web saying that all countries have hot women except Spain. Come on, man. Now, I've never had a Spanish bit of pum pum. I've never had a Spanish bit of pum pum. But I've seen very many pretty. They're quite small, aren't they? I've seen very many pretty Spanish girls. I can't believe that. I don't know who the ugliest are, but it's definitely not Spanish. Boxing Classic HQ should be, yeah. I watch every day, 24/7 stream of them building Starship. You can't say they're fake, bro. Keep up the facade, haha. Some things are not conspiracy trouble. Again, I've got no definite opinion on whether it's fake. But given how much they've lied, it's very possible. Do you know what I'm saying, man? Michael goes, I was 17, I got violated by a 13-year-old Spanish man. Shit, man. I mean, it could be worse, right? Where's James Morgan, aka? Oh, here he goes, Jason Morgan. Here you go. Why will you be a blogger for cricket? Because I want to rinse you, Spencer, you pussy hole. I mean, to be honest, I've thought about being a blogger for lawn bowls, but yeah. Objective decision. Beefy got tenderized. Yeah, he did. He did get. But he did nothing. And the question is, right? He had a hurt ankle, right? Fair enough. He had a hurt ankle. He had to lose 42 pounds, and that's fine. But the losing 42 pounds is not a reasonable excuse. It's like, well, why did you do that, you fat fuck? You've got people that are paying $9.99 for a rubbish pay-per-view, and you got no problem ripping them off when you haven't trained properly. Fucking man. Michael says it was good. Yeah, I mean, I bet it was, man. The Mongols, they prime graped Iraq. They graped fucking Asia. They graped Europe. They graped fucking Persia. Oh man, they were grapers. And this is what I find quite weird. How did the empire? I suppose it got soft, right? It must have got soft. How did the empire lose that strength, man? And why they're not trying to rebuild it? I just Joe Thompson, the Mongols had it right. I don't know. I don't agree with violence, man, but I agree with peacefulness, objective incision. Beefy told Eubank clear was your shit. So by his own standards, he should beat Eubank even with his flab-infested wobbly like. Liam Smith fought a pay-per-view fight after having to lose 42 pounds. He stole from us, man. Oh, here comes Spence Fair. Have any blogs on your people, America? yeah. I'll give it to you, pussy hole. Junior Jones, Dave Allen, your shit. Stop calling. It's a shame, right? Because Dave Allen's likable. Yeah, he's got some guts. He's tough, but he hasn't got the fucking organization, the strength of character to fucking put in a good fight and to train. Zangvi's Joyce. Yeah, looking forward to that. Pretty much even odds-wise. Who you got? I completely agree with you. Very even. I mean, I'm leaning towards Joyce because I just can't believe he would do worse than he did that time. But it's an interesting fight. To be honest, I'd rather have seen them go on to their own thing, like see Zhang fight. I mean, he's 40 now, right? See Zhang fight, I don't know, Fury or Usyk, or rather than rematch. But it is a good match. Having said that. Michael, if Butterbeer was around heavyweight champion, or maybe the four rounders. No, I mean, listen, man, let's have it right. As Steve Bunce said, let's have it right. He was game. He could punch hard. He was fat. He did MMA. He was a gutsy guy. But no, man, I think he went 10 rounds with Larry Holmes. But no, I don't think. But every heavyweight era, they go, "Oh, it's a terrible era. It was way better before. Oh, it could have been like the Norton, Ali, Frazier era." Norton, Ali, and Frazier would probably get battered by today's heavyweights. They're too small, man. The Mongol Empire, when it had Iraq on the lockdown, a lot of them turned Muslim and piped down. I didn't know that, man. Michael, I'd like Fury to get chin. Unfortunately, he's pissed off a lot of people. And I was a huge Fury fan, but I can't stand by what he's doing. I don't get chinned by who? Get chinned by who? What? Fucking Ngannou? That'd be awful for boxing, man. Do you see Eubank press conference? Scars kicked off, and then he started a brawl. You're a mug. Eubank, we'll fucking kill you. We're the Smith family. I bet it was rubbish. Bossy, I see Darren Barker interview Austin Ammo Williams again for some reason. Cash's complete clash, and nearly put out the news. Darren Barker is one of the worst commentators. All he does is, "Oh, great jab. Lovely punch. Oh, beautiful punch." That's all he says. He's a mug. And everyone goes, "Oh, it's fine. He's such a lovely guy." Well, I've got a cousin who's a retard who's a lovely guy, like I said. But they don't want to give him a job commentating on boxing, are they? It's fucking bullshit, man. Spencer Fearon goes, "Doner kebab, please." Yeah, what do you want, man? Do you want a sheesh? I said to you, don't have a doner, have a sheesh, you fucking plum. Little Musgrave, Fury to get KO by Ngannou as part of humiliation ritual. Wow. That's not impossible. That's not impossible. Wow. Hadn't thought of that possibility. As I said, nothing's impossible. But at the moment, Ngannou is awful, man. Awful. Retard cousin. He's really nice though, bro. He's not first cousin. He's like a second cousin. But he's really nice. But that's not a good enough CV to go and commentate on boxer from Dazen. Like go, "Oh, Darren Barker's really nice." Well, I don't give a fuck, man. What he goes is, "Oh, lovely jab, great right hand." What a plum, man. Yeah. We've spoken on Bird. We can't even Batavia to flatten Callum Smith. I don't dislike Callum Smith. I don't dislike the Smith family. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. But I rate Callum Smith. I think he's got a chance, mainly because of Batavio's age. I'm not saying he'll win. I'm not saying go bet on Callum Smith, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. He's tall. I think Batavia will probably win, but objective, the incision. Great point. Fury's humiliation. Yeah. Whilst Fury have a rematch clause if beating Ngannou was a foregone conclusion. That was very weird. I mean, imagine a guy who's never had a pro fight, and you're going to fight him, and you got a rematch clause. And if you watch videos of Ngannou with training with Tyson. It's awful, man. He can punch, but he's basically awful, man. Oh, Ian Bath, what's up, blood? Dave Allen's mucking everything out of boxing. Can you blame him? He hasn't got the drive to get out of bed in the morning to job and feed the family. Yeah, it's a shame because Dave Allen had, he had some charisma, right? He had some presence. He could fight to a degree. I'm not saying he's a world beater, but he could fight. But he couldn't help but come in fat and embarrass himself. Palmo, if Callum Smith, right, didn't want to engage with Canelo, he's not going to do any better against Pretoria. Yes, but I will say this, right? People often forget it. Callum Smith had a serious arm injury from round 2, and he couldn't do nothing with one arm. To win a fight with one arm is difficult, so I would give him a pass on that. Yeah. Michael Maloney. Don Charles has copied parts of custom art stories. No log fights, brawling gangsters. Jack and Rory time. He's another fraud, and there's plenty of fucking frauds in boxing, man. It's pathetic, man. Yeah, boxing, like, I don't know, acting, or being an acting teacher, or being a fucking wine expert, are very easy frauds to take part in, especially boxing, man. And not everything's logged. It is a bit more now, but not everything's logged, and you can make claims and you can say this and that. And basically, look, if you link up with a good fighter, like, what's that pussy hole called? Not Burmac, the white guy from UK, Ben, whatever his fucking name is. How did that fucking guy, who's never boxed, right? He's never boxed, and he was a fitness trainer, become such a high standing in boxing? Because it's bullshit, man. That's all there is to it, man. Yeah, my boy goes, Michael, exactly. Alan Booth, Ben Stevenson, all ex-army boxers, all frauds. Yeah, fucking all of them, man. Boxer size Ben, that's exactly what I mean. Box size Ben. He's a fucking mug. And good luck to him, by the way. I'm not hating on him, but to try and pretend this guy is some kind of boxing expert. I mean, imagine him telling Fury how to box. It's fuck a guy that's boxed from the age of like fucking 5, man. Don Charles' son George about Uncle Tom. Don Charles, his real name is Charles Annie. His son is called George Fox, which is bizarre. Why do they obfuscate? Why do they hide their real name? I don't know, man. But he's a bum anyway. Little Musgrave knows shit. Box size Ben Davison, exactly. And so how do you go from being a fitness trainer to training the best heavyweight in the world? You start with Billy Joe Saunders, right? So what that means, what, you think he's teaching Billy Joe Saunders and fucking Tyson Fury how to fight? No, of course he's not. They liked him. He got them fit, and that's all there is to it. And that's the same with most pro boxing trainers. They're fucking frauds, man. Ben Davison Performance Center. How egotistical is it to name that? Is that is that what he calls himself? This guy should every day should wake up. Every day, this prick should wake up and go, thank goodness for a new day. Thank goodness that I lucked out. Thank goodness that Billy Joe Saunders liked me. It's pathetic, man. Right, how much longer are we going to get? I need to get my food on. I need to get my food on. I don't know what I'm gonna get, man. Chicken chow mein. I'm thinking of like Big John. Chicken chow mein. Boxing Classics. That is the actual name of it. I mean, it's obviously gonna fail as a business. You know, it's obviously gonna fail as a business. To be honest, the money's in. Unless he's clever, and if he's clever, he will get endless women and white collar people and non boxers to train there. And they can say, "Oh, I trained at Ben Davidson." Oh, who's Ben Davidson? Oh, he fucking trained Tyson Fury. So it might work, to be honest with you. It might work. And I'm not being a hater on him, in the sense that whilst it's completely undeserved what he's achieved, sometimes you got to take, hold of your chances, man. You got to take hold of your chances, man. There's a lot to do with luck in the world, man. Right, I'm gonna fucking nail it down, blood. It seems that Jason Morgan, aka Spencer Fern, has disappeared. It happens every time. Spencer has no prefrontal lobe. He's an idiot. Okay, let's have a look at that. Nazim's wife's got fat too, looks depressed. Well, I can hardly blame her. Imagine being married to Naz. Objective is it? Why didn't you have a watch long future? I've done one or two, but yeah, I should do it more. You're definitely right. In Bath, chicken madras. Good clear up to beef madras. Sorry. Yeah, I like my favorite dish is lamb vindaloo. Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I love a curry, man. I love a curry. All right, guys, let's finish this tonight. I love you all. No homo. And fuck you, Jason Moore. You're a mug. You're a pussy hole. I can't. I mean, I'm so disappointed that Maximum Jenkins didn't come on this as well. I was really hoping he would. Anyway, guys, peace. I love you all. No homo.